Good morning, student. Welcome to the class. So, student, today we'll discuss how to start MySQL. Starting MySQL is similar to the way you start other application in Windows platform. Like this, you have to do the installation is how to do installation in your machine. Once it is installed, you need to click at Start, then go to All Programs. Then MySQL icon will be there. Then go to MySQL Server. Then MySQL command line. See here in the below figure it is given here. Then it will start the MySQL client where you have to specify the password, and the password is there in one text file should be there with the software. Their password is given there, or the password you can ask here it is written here to ask your teacher about the password for the MySQL installation in your lab. If you are installing in your home, then password you can give the password. Then now you can start working in MS MySQL. When you are through with your work, you can quit from MySQL by typing quit at the MySQL prompt. Prompt is given there. This is the window. This is the window of MySQL. Editor page is MySQL. And if you want to quit, means it is a command based line. And if you want to exit from that MySQL, then you have to write only the quit. Then MySQL and SQL. In order to access data within the MySQL database, all programs and user must use standard query language, means SQL. SQL is a set of commands that recognized by nearly all RDBMS. Means with the help of this SQL, standard structured query language, if you want to access the data from the database, it is easy to retrieve a data from here because it is a set of commands. SQL is. Then usage of SQL has become a standard for most of our RDBMS, though an application program and MySQL tools often allow user to access data without directly using SQL. But this application in turn must be SQL when executing the user's request. It means, after executing this application is used, means MySQL tools allow the users to access the data from the database directly by using the commands of SQL. Then the structured query language is a language that enables you to create and operate on relational database, which are set of related information stored in tables. All the tables you have to store in first database, and from there you can access. The data world is becoming increasingly integrated, and this led to a clamor for a standard language that can be used to operate in many different kinds of computer environment. The SQL has proved to be standard language as it allows user to learn one set of commands and use it to create, retrieve, alter and transfer information regardless of whether they are working on a PC, a workstation, a mini or a mainframe computer. Means it is help you to create, retrieve, alter, means edit, update data from the database. There are numerous versions of SQL. The original version of SQL or version was developed at IBM St. Joe's Research Laboratory, now then Elmenden Research Center. This language, originally called SQL, was implemented a part of the System R project in early 1970. The SQL language has evolved since then and its name has changed to SQL. In 1986, an American National Standard Institute, means ANSI, published an SQL standard that was updated again many times. Prominent updations include updation in 1992, 2003 and 2008. These are the updation years. Then SQL has clearly established itself as a standard relational database language. In this chapter, we present a briefly survey of SQL. Sorry. Now, processing capabilities of SQL. The SQL has proved to be language that can be used by both casual users as well as skilled programmers. So here it offers a variety of processing capabilities. Simpler ones of many may be used to the former and more complex by the latter class of users. The various processing capabilities of SQL are: the first one is DLL. DDL. DDL means data definition language. The SQL DDL provides commands for defining relational schemes, deleting relations, creating index and modifying relation schemes. Means here it is defining about the tables, how to create, then how to make the relations about the another tables, how to create the indexes, how to modify this. All this it is they are defining in the definition, data definition language. And then come to interactive data manipulation language, means DML. The SQL DML include a query language based on both the relational algebra and the tuple relational calculus. It includes also command to insert, delete and modify tuples in the database. So the DML is used. DML is a query based for both the relational algebra and tuple relational calculus. Means it it gives us the commands. It gives us the command to insert, delete and modify the data from to the database. Then embedded data manipulation language. The embedded form of SQL is designed for use with general purpose programming language such as PL1, COBOL, Fortran, Pascal, C++, etc. So if you are making a software, so you have to take one backend also. That backends we are using the SQL to store all the database of which we are making the software data we have to store. So this programming languages we are using this SQL database also. Then view definition. The SQL DDL also includes command for defining views. So this DDL is also include the using the commands for to see the views of a particular data from the database. Authorization. The SQL DDL includes commands for specifying access, right to relation and views. How to access this authorization it is given. Then integrity. The SQL provides forms of integrity checking. Further, products and standard of SQL are likely to include enhanced features of integrity checking. Then transaction control. SQL includes commands for specifying the beginning and ending of transaction along with the commands to have control over transaction processing. So transaction control means while you are retrieving or updating or viewing the data, it controls. Sorry. So student, this MySQL and SQL means processing capabilities of SQL. You go through this. Then tomorrow I will discuss the data definition language. Thank you.